Ladies and gentlemen, the Anvil Paladin, $260 worth of new heavy gunship, or $300 with store credit if you have that. Is this worth your wallet? Let's take a look. Ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. I am Montoya. Okay, new concept ship out today. It is the Anvil Aerospace Paladin Heavy Barrage Gunship. Is this something you need? I'm glad I took the time to make this video later today, because the first thing in the morning when I checked about this, I looked at the ship and the side guns were controlled by the gunner and not the pilot, which is what I understood. So this initially was a no. I'm not interested in flying a ship where the pilot doesn't actually get to do anything, just fly the ship, unless it's a big, corvette-sized or cap ship. But for smaller ships, no, I absolutely want control over some weapons. And it said nothing about that. But as the day went on, and people were questioning it, this was changed and updated. And now it says, when operating with a smaller crew, the pilot can take direct control over the wing turrets. And those wing turrets are size 4s. So you have 4 size 4 guns, and that is not bad. That is decent DPS if you are flying it alone. Now, CIG doesn't want you to fly the ship alone. They want you to fly with friends, which is why there's a massive size 5 quad turret on top there, which will immensely improve the DPS of this ship. So let's go down the brochure here and take a look. First of all, ironclad owners rejoice. Here's another picture of it, although it's been shot at. It's still okay. We love to see it. I still have not gotten one. I'm thinking of buying the CCU, because I just know that's going to be an awesome ship. But anyway, here's the Paladin shooting the ironclad, which is blasphemy. But okay, we get the idea. You shoot at things, right? Taking a look at what the cockpit's going to be like, it's got that stacked cockpit layout there, which is, not bad. You've got your pilot, your co-pilot, and the gunners. Everyone has a view of what's in front of them. That is not bad at all. It's nice. I like it. And taking a look more about the ship here. So first of all, it's fitting a lot. As we've seen with the newer ships, they're taking a lot of care into making the interior really something good. The Zeus, I think, is a wonderful example of maximizing your interior space. And if this is the trend which the ships are going, which it looks like it is, I'm pretty happy about that. So all the action in this ship takes place in this space over here. The back part here are just the nacelles or whatever these are, is just empty space. All the action is taking place in this one pretty small space. So cockpit with blast shields over here. Now we've seen the Carrack already demonstrate the blast shields, which is very cool. Wing has dual S4 turrets, as we've covered, and that monster quad 5 on top over there. Moving on to a shot of the interior. Now this is what sells me on it. I think this speaks to a lot of people. I know it speaks to me. My initial feeling when I saw this is I'm thinking Star Trek, the Defiant, right? A small little tough ship. What ship are you calling small? Says Worf. You got the reference, right? Yes, you did. I know you did. So looking at the top, starting from the front, from the cockpit, you walk out the cockpit. There's a little ramp. You see a ladder which takes you down to lower levels. But don't worry. It's not going to be a boring, very slow ladder animation, because if you just go through the doors, there's stairs right over there. And that is awesome. I hate being pushed into animations like ladders. I know it's not a big deal, but guaranteed 9 out of 10 times I will take these stairs to the lower levels. We see the mess over there. I don't know what this area is here, but going up, is that a bunk? I'm assuming these are maybe captain quarters. Moving to the side over here where number 5 is, we see some more bunk beds. That's the crew. And on top of that is, I'm hoping there's going to be some cargo grids. They make no mention of cargo space at all, but if they do toss in something eventually, maybe. I don't think the ship is designed for anything cargo related at all, but sometimes you need a cargo spot. So if maybe this is something for cargo eventually, that would be good. Moving on to the lower level, I guess your gunner, engineer, whoever wants to sit down there, same thing. You go through the little ramp. Here's the ladder to go up, but also the stairs over there. Lots of space in here. Which is empty while its pathways through. You can see the scale of a person over there, and suit lockers over here, and stairs which allow you to exit the ship from the side. I love it. I love this interior. I haven't really seen what it's going to look like, but from what this plan is here, it is definitely nice. I like it a lot. Some more glamour shots over here. Let's see. We've seen again. So I mean, all the action takes place in this space. It's a small, compact design. This speaks to me, but I can guess that the handling of this is going to be like a brick because of this heavy firepower. You have a pilot and co-pilot in here. You dishing out massive DPS. So this thing is going to fly like a brick, but that's fine. I think it balances out. Next picture, we see those big size 5 turret that can swing around from the top, point backwards, and also point underneath. This is a beautiful feature. I think being able to have that kind of coverage like the Scorpius is very, very appealing. Moving on, next shot. This is the ironclad being shot at. We don't want to see that. Let's not speak about that picture ever again. And the one we saw, and the cockpit one we saw. Moving down here, we have the Shadowfall paint. So factory standard comes like that, but if you are a Chairman's Club, you have access to a darker paint, which is that. If I get this ship, yes, I will have to get the paint too. I just love the darker colors, but that does look very sexy. That is a sexy ship. Length 53, width 38. On the topic of size, I saw a nice post over here by NN312 from Reddit comparing the Paladin to the Redeemer, its closest competitor. And lengthwise, the same, but so much more space on the sides of the Paladin. More surprising is this. Paladin versus C1 just for size, you know, really squeezing in a lot more in a shorter space. Keeping in mind, this is all cargo space on the C1, and it's very much shorter, but packs a lot more inside the space. I think this is a great image comparing it. It's just a lot chunkier than Redeemer. Redeemer is going to be more maneuverable when they start balancing out properly. I think we see a lot more maneuverability in the Redeemer. Paladin is going to fly like a brick. But again, you have a lot of space in there. 1 pilot, 3 gunners, 1 remote S5, 2 remote S4s, and 6 size 4 missile racks. It is, as the title says, a gunship. Price at $260, not cheap, but look, it's for what you're getting. I think it's not bad. I know people watching this video who may not be familiar with Star Citizen are shocked, but these are the prices, and some people pay it. But if you have store credit, $300. It's not the cheapest, but for what this ship will do, the DPS it puts out, I think it's in line. It's not bad at all. Speaking of the damage it puts out, punching into the DPS calculator just to get an idea, looking at something like the F8C, which does 2,450 DPS as a medium fighter, I was more curious to know how this will possibly match up with, say, a Constellation Andromeda. Now, I've been guilty in the past, and so have you, of grabbing a bigger ship, flying it solo to help out a buddy or just to shoot something quickly. And the 5 size 5s, the stock set up on this anyway, on the Constellation Andromeda comes to 1,896 DPS. So we can kind of guesstimate that's what the turret on the Paladin's going to come in at. But also, if we take a look at something like the Redeemer, 872 DPS, this is stock, but a whopping 6,732 DPS with your friends manning the turrets. I imagine we fall somewhere around that. Initially for me, I said no, but because the pilot can control the dual size 4s on each side, I say yes, not bad at all, and you definitely do need the black paint, so I would give this a thumbs up. Montoya approved. $260 isn't cheap, but I think this ship will give you years of fun for you and your crew of 3 friends. Definitely. So let's wrap it up here. If you like my content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Your comments and questions below, always appreciated. Catch you in the next one.